Nick and I didn't really talk much in high school for the first couple of years until my senior year, his junior year, when we were in a cappella together.
I guess I tried talking to her a little bit, tried texting her while she's in New York. To this day, I have no idea, neither of us have the idea, how I got her number.
Thought it'd be fun to go to my senior prom with a date, so my friend Sarah and I, we thought Nick Jones would be fun to go with because he's a nice guy.
To this day, she'll claim she convinced me to ask her to prom. However, I was going to ask her to prom before she even started texting.
We were sitting together at the Diamondbacks game after we sang the national anthem for Choral Fest, and Nick just kind of randomly got up and left, and then when he came back, he had ice cream.
And it had sprinkles on it. I know Ashley had mentioned she really likes sprinkles.
And he was like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's ice cream."
Before I gave it to her, I'm like, well, I have two conditions before you take it.
And the first condition was that I had to forgive him for borrowing my car after a cappella practice and driving it all around the campus.
And the second condition was that Ashley went to prom with me.
I had to think about it for a second because I really did not want to forgive him. But then he was like, "Okay, fine. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it." And I just remember like jumping forward and be like, "No, I'll take it. I forgive you. I'll go to prom with you."
This is the first time that I got to witness the most amazing thing in the world. The way Ashley's eyes light up, like the skies. It's gorgeous.
Our first official date was a couple weeks after prom, maybe.
We were sitting at a picnic table after school one day, and I took her phone and I entered a date and a time for a movie that I'd seen a trailer for.
And I was just like, okay, I'm not really into Robin Hood, but that's okay. We went and we saw the movie, and it was a lot of fun. So after going to prom with Nick and going on that date with Robin Hood, I knew that I liked him. And Nick asked me out, and I told him, no, because I'm going away to college. And he just told me, "Well then, I'll ask you out every day until you say yes."
I spent my entire New York trip. You go to New York not often in your life. I went there to sing at Carnegie Hall, and I spent the entire thing trying to get Ashley to go out with me.
Nick just really gave me the confidence moving forward just because he was so persistent.
One night, about halfway in, I was praying if I should keep pursuing her, if I should keep trying to get her to go out with me. Give me a sign, please. And while I'm praying that, before I even finished the prayer, I got a text that said, "If you truly love someone, you'll never give up." To this day, I have no idea who sent me this text.
We didn't officially start dating until the next January. I knew that he would never give up on me, whether it be, just in dating or in marriage. Even though being long distance sucked a lot, while I was at school and he was at school, I think it was somewhat nice because it really kind of forced us to talk to each other.
We found ways to talk for hours, even if it was talking about the most minuscule details of our days.
We really got to talk to each other and get to know each other and love each other for who we were.
Being that intimate and close really makes you fall in love.
One of the things that I really noticed about Nick a lot was just his passion. Like whether it was his passion for God or his passion for his family or for baseball. He put his all and his everything into the things that he cared for.
Having her become my best friend, on top of her, treasuring her faith, there's nothing more that I ever could ask for.
By the time we decided to really officially date, we already knew that we were investing a lot into the relationship because it was long distance.
I just knew I wanted her in my life every day. And I wanted her faith. I wanted her love. I wanted everything about her. And I wanted to be able to share in her life every single day.
9 months before Nick proposed to me, he wrote me a letter each month.
And at the bottom of those love letters, I wrote some kind of code.
I would get it in my mailbox at school, and I was always so excited. After I got all the letters, it said, let's draw a picture together, August 9th.
And so then August 9th came around.
We climbed a mountain, I took a picture of the sunset,
Super romantic, like great sunset.
and we climbed down. So then, the next day, we went to the lake and we ended up going kayaking, and that was a lot of fun.
Ashley this entire time is thinking about how kayaking could be a great blog story, because, you know, kayaking builds communication. The entire time I was sitting there trying to make sure we didn't get hit by other boats.
So then afterwards we went and we ate dinner right in the lake.
A nice romantic dinner while Ashley's telling me about all her thoughts on the lake.
And I was totally ready to get back to the house and change out of my swimsuit. And Nick is like, oh, let's go climb up the mountain and watch the sunset.
So we get into the park and we go up on this small mountain, and I tell Ashley, well, now it's my turn to draw the picture of the sunset. And then I decided I ran out of time because the sun was dropping so fast. So I reach over into my backpack, I grab the ring box, I pull out the ring, and I stuff it in the baseball that I had cut a slit into. That way I could, you know, get the ring to stay. And I wrote on the baseball just a bunch of things that, you know, that meant something to us.
Nick got down on one knee and you could tell he was so nervous, and it was super cute.
I give my little speech telling Ashley that I wanted her to spend the rest of her life with me, and I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. And she said yes.
One thing that Nick and I would really like to do in the future is build our own home.
It'd be nice to have a house somewhere where we can see mountains.
And we especially want a really big kitchen because we love to cook together.
So Ashley and I like to joke around with one another.
Sometimes we like to think about the future and our kids and how they might be confused by our bad habits.
But Daddy said we shouldn't eat snacks in bed.
But Mommy said we shouldn't drink orange juice straight from the carton.
But Daddy said we shouldn't go to bed without brushing our teeth.
But Mommy said we shouldn't wipe our hands on our pants.
But Daddy said it's important to eat all our vegetables. We value love, especially Christ's unconditional love for us, and then because he had it for us between each other. And then also, out of love comes forgiveness. That's something we value very highly, you know, being able to let go of past offenses and move forward. We're able to do that because of that unconditional love. It's not like I love you if you're always nice to me, or if you always like meet my needs, because you're not always gonna meet my needs. Yeah. Like you're imperfect and I'm imperfect, and there's no way that we can meet each other's needs, so our love isn't based on that. Being able to love when we're both unlovable, you know, that's something we cherish too, and that's because Jesus showed us how. And even more so, that love is expressed in our commitment, and when love may fail, the commitment will still remain. I think that really is what helps make us so compatible and like helps us to like fall in love and stay in love. There's a great song talking about commitment. I love that song. You know what? Should we like share that with everyone? Let's do it. Yeah, let's go share it.